For thousands of years, it was dismissed as a fantasy, a poetic invention, a beautiful lie. A city said to be so powerful that kings crossed seas to destroy it. A war so great it reshaped the ancient world. Heroes, gods, monsters, and a wooden horse. But there was one problem. No one could find the city. And so, scholars laughed, historians doubted, and Troy became nothing more than a myth, whispered in classrooms and preserved in poetry. Until one day, someone dug into the earth of modern-day Turkey, and history changed forever. This is the story of Troy. Long before Troy became legend, the ancient world was already alive with trade, conflict, and ambition. Around 3000 BCE, civilizations were rising across the Mediterranean. Mesopotamia in the East, Egypt along the Nile, Minoans in the Aegean, and early Anatolian kingdoms in what is now Turkey. This was not a primitive world, it was a connected one. Ships crossed seas, metals were traded, ideas spread, and at the crossroads of this ancient network stood a small but powerful city, a city overlooking the Dardanelles Strait, a city that controlled the gateway between Europe and Asia. That city was Troy. Troy's power did not come from size alone, it came from location. Every ship traveling between the Aegean Sea and the Black Sea had to pass Troy. That meant control over trade, control over wealth, control over influence, grain, metals, luxury goods, all flowed past Troy's walls, and Troy taxed them all. This made Troy rich, and it made Troy dangerous, because where wealth gathers, envy follows. Around the 8th century BCE, a blind poet named Homer recited a story that would echo through eternity, the Iliad. It did not begin with the war. It began with rage, the rage of Achilles, the pride of kings, the meddling of gods. According to Homer, the Trojan War began over a woman, Helen of Sparta, the most beautiful woman in the world. But beauty was only the spark. The real fire was power. According to legend, Paris of Troy abducts Helen. Greek kings unite. 1,000 ships sail across the sea. For 10 years, Troy stands unbroken. Its walls are too strong. Its defenders too brave. Heroes fall. Hector, Patroclus, Achilles. Gods intervene. Fate tightens its grip. Until finally, the Greeks pretend to retreat. They leave behind a gift, a wooden horse. You know the rest. But here's the question historians asked for centuries. Did any of this really happen? For over 2,000 years, Troy existed only in words. No ruins, no walls, no proof. Many believed Homer invented everything. After all, giants don't fight gods. Cities don't vanish. Wars aren't decided by prophecies, or so they thought. Then, in the 19th century, a stubborn man refused to accept that Troy was imaginary. His name was Heinrich Schliemann. Schliemann was not an archaeologist. He was a businessman, a dreamer, obsessed with Homer. Everyone told him Troy wasn't real. He ignored them. In 1871, he began digging at a hill called Hisarlik in modern Turkey. What he found shocked the world. Not one city, but many, layer upon layer. City built atop city, each destroyed, each rebuilt. Troy had not vanished. It had been buried. Archaeologists identified 9 major layers of Troy, each representing a different era. Some were too early, some too late, but one layer stood out. Troy 7, burned, broken, destroyed violently, dated to around 1200 BCE, the exact period Homer described. The myth was memory. Was it Greeks? Possibly, but history is never simple. Evidence shows fire damage, broken weapons, panic rebuilding. It may have been war, or earthquakes, or multiple attacks, but Troy did fall, and when it fell, it never truly recovered. Trade shifted, power moved, the Bronze Age collapsed. Troy became a symbol, not just of war, but of human ambition. Romans claimed Trojan ancestry. Medieval kings traced bloodlines to Hector. Modern nations still argue over the truth. Troy shaped, literature, warfare, civilization itself. It taught us that history and myth often intertwine. Truth can sleep beneath centuries of doubt, and legends sometimes wait to be proven. Troy reminds us of something powerful, that even when the world mocks an idea, even when scholars dismiss it, even when centuries pass, truth does not disappear. It waits, buried beneath earth, buried beneath arrogance, buried beneath time. And one day, someone digs, and history speaks again. This was not just a story, this was Troy. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient history, remember to like, subscribe, and share, because there are still many lost cities waiting to be found.